Hey there, rock stars. What's going on? I'm Allison. I'm a content creator, online educator, and business strategist, helping you build a rock solid business. Speaking of that, today I'm sharing all of my startup costs for launching this online business, everything that I've spent thus far to get me up and running and to be open for the business. So let's get started. Let's get started with the foundational cost, and that is web development. Now, my domain name for 1 year on GoDaddy.com was $15. My theme, which is Divi theme for 1 year, was $67. My hosting provider, which is SiteGround, that was $50 for 1 year. The malware protection for my site, which I purchased through SiteGround as well, was $22. And Backup Buddy, which is a paid plugin essentially for my WordPress site, Backup Buddy, that was $80 for the year. But they run a ton of first timer discounts. You can get like 40% off if you decide to go through Backup Buddy. Highly recommend that though. Brand development, for me, I did my own brand photo shoot, so that didn't cost me anything. But you know, some people that would be a couple $100s. I did, however, buy fonts from creativemarket.com, and that was $22. So for equipment, this is my second online business, and I've also been a photographer and a videographer for a few years now, so I already had everything. You know, I've had the DSLRs and the batteries and the SD cards and, you know, all of that stuff. And if you haven't watched my video of what's in my camera bag, it's linked in the description below. You can check that out to see what equipment I'd be rocking. If you want to know how much I've spent on equipment over the years, let me know in the comments, because I can make a video on that to dive more into the equipment. But if you are just getting started out and you are really trying to keep costs low, especially with equipment, and you just have a smartphone, if you have a decent smartphone, my recommendation for you at the very least is to get something to stabilize it. If you are going to be vlogging and moving around, then consider a gimbal. DJI has a gimbal for smartphones, and that will just give you some stabilized video. And lighting. If you're going to be in a dark place, then you need good lighting. If not, shoot near windows, go outside, utilize the natural daylight, and that will save you money. So then you're just buying something to keep your phone stable. Moving on. Tools. Now, these are subscriptions, just tools for everyday work to keep the business running. And for me, I use Adobe Creative Cloud. That's $19.99 a month for me, but I'm on the student plan because my boyfriend's in grad school, so he's hooking it up right now. But I think normally it's $29.99 a month. And I don't think you save any money by purchasing like the year. I think it's just a monthly subscription. I also subscribe to Canva, which is a graphic designer, online software tool, whatever. And that is $13 a month or $120 for the year. So you do save a bit of money by paying for the year up front. Now, I love Canva. If you haven't watched my video on how I use Canva to speed up my workflow, check that video out. It's a good one. It is a lot cheaper than Creative Cloud if you're like Photoshop, InDesign, or Illustrator. So that would be a cheaper option for graphic design. And then I use Epidemic Sound for my royalty-free music here on YouTube and on my Instagram and Facebook. That is $144 for the year. I pay that up front. I also pay for Tailwind, which is a Pinterest management system. It's what helps me schedule my pins and repin and all that good stuff. And that is $120 for the year or $15 a month. So again, you do save a bit of money by paying for the year up front. And last would be TubeBuddy. I pay $44 a year for TubeBuddy just to get just to get more access to some of their other features and to get more in the search tool. My total startup cost for this business, minus equipment because I already had it, was $924. If you think that's a lot, yes, it is a lot, but compared to other types of businesses, that is extremely low startup costs. However, if you are trying to keep this as low as possible, I have a few tips on how to bring these costs below $250. And for me, that would be using the free version of Canva. It's still a great free version, and that will help you design your pins, design your thumbnails, your case studies, all of those things. Watch the Canva video right there. You can also use free apps to edit your photos and your thumbnails. Lightroom has a free mobile app. You can even get a lot of free presets and do it all from your phone. Just look and see what's out there, and then you won't have to use like Adobe Creative Cloud. If you have an Apple, then you can use iMovie, and then you won't need Adobe's Premiere Pro. That would be a video editing software, and that is free. You can also use free royalty music. I know bensound.com has some free music. Even YouTube, I believe, offers free music. I haven't explored that. I've just always stuck with Epidemic Sound. I like them, and I've been using them for the last 2 years. But there are free options out there. And to get rid of Tailwind, and for Pinterest promotion, you would just have to do the old manual pinning way. Upload your pins manually and make sure you're on there every day, repinning manually to your group boards and other boards and all that good stuff. So if you cut out all of that, your startup costs less equipment would still be under $250. Now, I recommend, again, stabilization. If you're gonna be walking around filming videos, even on your smartphone, you need something to keep them stabilized. I really like the phone gimbal from DJI, and that is also linked in the description below. That's it. Those are my startup costs. I'm going to make another video later on that shows my other tools that I really like as I start to get clients and different stuff like that. There are a few more tools that I'm exploring right now, and we'll be testing those out to see if it's worth the money to pay for them. That would be the quiz builder, an invoicing system, all that stuff. So stay tuned for that. And I hope this helped you, and I hope it helped you realize that the startup costs for an online business are super low, and if you are resourceful with finding free tools, then I mean, it's nothing. At the very least, you just need to get a domain and a theme. Oh, that's what I forgot to tell you. As for the web development theme, WordPress does offer free themes, so you don't have to go and get some crazy robust theme or get something custom made. That can come over time as you're generating revenue, because in the beginning, you want the startup cost to be as low as possible so you can reach your break-even point faster and then start earning, be in the green as far as your earnings go. I'm gonna make a video on that, like the finance and accounting of, online businesses and how my spreadsheets look. If you have questions, ask me in the comments. Give this video a like if it helped you, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone.